Tara Nelson, MTN Matchmaking. And this is a very beautiful Stacy girl from Florida.
Hello,
And behind me is the very unruly and bratty, wonderful, fabulous Ryan, our social media manager, blogger. Say hi, Ryan. If only you could see the face he just gave me. Not appropriate. Just remember, you're working. If you would have seen that face, you would have died. Okay, anyway, so today's a beautiful day. That's why we're outside. We are crazy, crazy busy. We will never, ever, ever get all our work done. So we really have to make a quick Facebook Live. Let me just say I am not naked, just because remember, everyone knows Facebook Live has pulled me off Facebook Live so many times. But today is Friday Facebook Live. So you better not mess with Friday Facebook Live with us. Okay, one of our faves wrote in a question. So, right, let's do that one first because we love her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is it true that people are wearing masks during sex? Do you recommend?
Okay. Oh, you just reminded me that I have something after this on a different subject matter, but that was the subject that we had to speak about 2 days ago. Okay, so this is a very big topic. I don't think it is, though. Okay, so to answer your question, I don't believe in it. If you don't know a person well enough to have sex without a blanket mask, you shouldn't be having sex. I know that the
I cannot
same.
even believe this is a topic of conversation.
I know. But the same dope asses that are having sex with strangers on these apps, they still need sex, these guys. So, ladies, if you're on dating apps, these dopes that you're having sex with, well, most of the ladies have been too smart during the pandemic to go outside and have sex with them, but it hasn't stopped them. They're still trying to have sex with people on those apps. And they're just telling people, don't worry, I'll wear a mask. If that isn't the most insane, crazy, ridiculous, foolish, asinine thing I've ever heard, I don't know what it is. So, to answer the question, if you have to wear a mask with that person, you should not be having sex with them. That's my answer. Okay, right to the point. Next. On the
Do you believe in astrology and what's your zodiac
That's a really good question. You know how many people in my 19 plus years of matchmaking have said to me, "Hey, you need to work with me because I know all about astrology and I could teach you how to do matchmaking." Shut up. I mean, I've been matchmaking for 19 plus years. I have my own personalized system based upon 3 parts of compatibility. And people want me to do matchmaking based upon astrology? No. However, I do believe in certain things in astrology. For example, Stacy, you're still on, right? Stace? Stacy? Okay, our phones are really. We have so many phone calls from last night. You can see it on our Facebook. We were on channel 1, which we did not know channel 1 in New York and Queens is huge. So it's just nonstop, which we're very appreciative and very happy about that. So when it comes to astrology, I am a Libra. I am exactly, yes. Stacy and I, that's why I say Stacy is a 10-year younger, more beautiful version of me.
You always have to slide it in when it's not true. You just wait for any opportunity.
So Stacy and I are both Libras. We are exact Libras. Ryan, are you checking in, telling me if anyone checks in that I know? Or, okay. Just because I cannot see it. Remember how I complain all the time about Facebook Live now makes us do this Facebook Live producer, which is horrific, horrible. For those that do Facebook Live, how do you stand this producer thing? I mean, we should really all be calling up Facebook complaining, but we all know how Maureen hates to complain. Okay, so as a Libra, Stacy and I are Libras, which means that we just love making people happy, and that makes us happy. And that's why we work 7 days a week around the clock. That's why we want to be the best mothers in the world. And that's why we're so similar, you know, because of those traits of being a Libra. Who? Oh, hey, Issa. So now, I do not use astrology for matching purposes except for one sign. So, anyone that is a Scorpio is going to hate me right now, but in a relationship, the only sign that I have seen in a professional level and a personal level. This is not based upon astrology. I am not saying I am an astrologist. I am not claiming this on any sort of data or testing or surveys or anything but my own professional and personal experience. But for we Librans, is that a thing or did I make it up? Ryan, is that a thing, Librans? Oh, good. Um, we have difficulty with scorpions. Okay. And say even if a Scorpio comes into the office, you will feel, if it's a man, okay, you will, oh my God, I'm talking pre-pandemic days. Stacey, did you hear that? It sounds so weird. Someone coming into our office rather than interviewing from the comfort of your own home like this, FaceTime.
Well, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that trend going even after the pandemic is.
Yes, and you know what? So many people really like that so much more, and that's fine. If it's whatever you like the best. Oh, and by the way, after my shower today, sorry I didn't get my hair.
Or phone conversation.
Yes.
Both I think are great.
Whatever you prefer. And also with virtual dating, I definitely think the first date should always be a virtual date. I think it's going to cut down on wasting a date in person for many reasons. So anyway, back to the astrology thing. I know, just like my Brendan boy. Okay. Oh, Deandra. Oh my gosh. Deandra, I have to talk to you. Hey, Charles. Deandra. Oh, and Maureen. Okay, good. Because Deandra, I am friends with a producer. Stacey's off again. But let me finish the story. So just when it comes to signs, the only thing I will say is Libras dating Scorpios, there's an issue. That just take it for what it's worth. You don't have to go by it. I don't tell people in my programs not to do it. I might just mention it and feel them out. Most people don't believe in astrology anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's just something that I have noticed over the years. So, oh, and what is your sign again? Let's see, it was just your birthdays too. Oh no, it's just your anniversaries. Oh, and your birthdays. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. I am friends with a producer now, and this is a big thing. So Stacy, remember who I said, the producer, I've already Skyped with her numerous times, so she knows my crazy personality. And for some reason, either she doesn't think I'm a, she doesn't think I'm too annoying for TV, or
Stop.
or she likes my craziness, but she is, or they are, and it's a great, the best company, because Ryan knows he pre-screens everybody, and just because we're Long Island and really the only company here for so many years, we'll get um, calls from these places, and we are too busy. So there's many times that we say, thank you so much, we're so honored, and we are. We're totally honored, but we don't have the time to do it. Nothing is ever going to take the place of us helping our clients, okay? But this is really big, and I have a special connection with a girl, Tiffany. I love her. Um, and one of the producers or owners, he's from Long Island, and I love the way she introduced how he saw me and blah blah blah. So anyway, um, they're going to be Skyping with Ryan and Stacey next week, and Deandra and Jeremy. Could you please be on a show? Okay, so this is TV. This is not like last night on Channel One. One of our clients was on the news, and she did great, by the way. She did fantastic. This would be for a TV. I don't know if it's just a one-time thing for you both, but she wants to know if she could Skype with you two, because I was your wedding officiant, and she said, who's your favorite? So I said, you guys. So can we have her? And again, she is a big producer in LA. You're not going to have to go to LA. It's just through Skype.
Aquarium.
Oh, I was going to say that.
That's chaotic.
Okay, chaos is good.
They're both.
So, yeah,
The kind of the bowl.
Yeah.
They're both bold.
Yeah.
They're very stubborn.
so if you want to get in this, you can come a little closer. Oh, I forgot he could see me because he's on it too. His reaction was priceless. Okay, so will you two please Skype with the LA producer next week sometime, according to her schedule? Would you please do that for us at MTN Matchmaking? How exciting! So I hope you say yes. And we have a couple of other favorite clients that we're going to ask too, but we asked you first. Okay, so please say yes. Okay, next question, because we have so much to do today. Crazy, crazy busy. Go ahead, question.
Do you live with regrets in relationships? What's your biggest regret?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't want people to ask me personal things. Um, do I have any regrets? Relationships? No. Even my divorce. I got divorced. My ex-husband was diagnosed as being a narcissist, but I have two beautiful children from it. And because of that, once I learned about that, a career came out of the blue, which I think is from my mother in heaven, of being in the dating industry, where I felt, okay, now that I learned about narcissism, no one is ever, ever, ever going to live a life of being with a narcissist. So, yeah, I don't even regret that. I don't hate him. I don't hate anyone. I, I'm happy. I am actually happy that I married him, because I have my two beautiful boys. Now go ask him that question, because he'll tell you he hates me. That's what he said. He hates me. But anyway, we are so positive. So we don't. I just heard you like gasp or something, Stacy. Stacy, you were so quiet there for a while, because I know you're probably like doing three things at once as you're on this.
Always listening. Always listening.
Okay, so but so I have had no regrets And many people know that when I first got divorced, Ruth matched me up at the first place with a guy that said, "You can't live in this town. Um, we have to move to a different town." And my older son said, "Oh, but, right after the divorce, I'll have to lose my friends, blah, blah, blah." And he took it so hard. And if I remember, I could remember exactly the look on his face, exactly where he was in his room on his chair, that he fell apart. And I said, "We're not going to move. Do not worry." And I dumped that guy for saying we had to move and my kids would have to move after such a horrific experience. So my son then said, would I not get remarried again until he was out of the house? So he moved out into his new apartment, which is in Queens, with his girlfriend about 6 months ago. Brendan and Sunu have been in. Okay, so many people have said to me, you really, I mean, did I date? Yes. Did the kids ever know it? No. Because, I wanted my life or my kids and my business. I've never regretted that for a second. A lot of times people say, you let a child determine your future? Of course, because he's my son. And I know that was the right decision to make. I know it to this day. So I don't regret that 1 second, not a second. So I really, really, really don't regret anything that I have done as far as relationships, because my time as far as dating and so on is just starting now. And, of course, the pandemic happened. So, you know, so the answer is no to that. But whoever asked that question, that was really nice, because I'm so used to, you know, we give out dating advice to people all day long, not really used to people asking me personal questions. I mean, it's totally fine. My life is an open book. Someone said to me yesterday, and I already forget who it was. Ryan, you'll remember who it is. Oh, I know who it is. Okay, my friend Todd. He said that it's easy to talk to me and to know what I'm feeling because I'm black or white. You'll always know where I stand because I'm not going to look in your face and say something else. So I'll always tell you how I feel. And it's never going to be wishy-washy either. It's going to be black or white. And that is how I am. So I appreciate the question. Okay, let's see who else is on because I see Ryan. Let's see. Okay, now did Deandra, and them say they will text me the details? Okay. AARP, stop sending me fucking emails. Okay, I'm too young for AARP. God, I mean, I'm always going to be in my 40s. What the blank? Why is AARP sending me emails? And then when they send me that magazine, is that the right same magazine, right? I take it and I throw it out. Nice. Okay, so before we get to the next question, and I already know this because Stacy and I talk 100 times during the day. How's your day going today, Stacy?
My day is moving at the speed of light. Super busy. Perfect, great, but super busy.
I can't even imagine, wouldn't it be so bored if we weren't so busy?
Yeah, I don't think I'd know what to do with myself.
Right. Oh, tell me if this is not the craziest thing. Ryan and I have switched our walking schedule to once we wake up. So we wake up and we walk early before it gets too hot, and then I shower for the day. So as we're walking, a bee stung me on my stomach. Just came up to me and stung me on my stomach. Is that insane?
Oh my God, are you okay?
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. You know what Ryan said to me? What was your reaction, Ryan? I remember his exact words. His exact words. So, and I have a mark too, and a tiny little lump. The thing is, I didn't see it. I know. Now, it's only the second time I've been stung by a bee. And that other time I was walking and a bee stung my toe. Again, it was the weirdest thing because I didn't see it, but I felt it and I just like went like that and screamed like a maniac. So basically, Ryan was mortified and embarrassed of me and, just wanted me to stop embarrassing him. But I got stung by a bee as we were walking. Isn't that crazy? What do you think, Stacy?
I'm just thinking that not everyone allergic, but a lot of people are allergic to bees, so.
Yeah, good thing. I know. Okay. Oh, hey, Charles. Did I notice Charles in there before? Let's see. Oh, yeah. So, Deandra, I hope you guys can talk to the producer. How cool is that? Oh, and my banker is. Well, oh my God, my banker was in your wedding party, and he said, "Yeah, I went to this wedding 2 years ago, and the wedding officiant was the matchmaker." Obviously, that's only me on Long Island. It was super cool. Oh my gosh. So I'm just wondering if he brought that up to you. It was Jeremy's friend. Okay, ready for the next question, right? Because we have so much work to do. So much work.
Yeah. When are you going to be taking and your clients for your New York City office?
We've been, um, and we've gotten so many calls from Channel 1 yesterday because, again, it
Laurie
is.
says hi.
Who?
Laurie Person.
Hi, Laurie. We love you. Oh, wait. I hope you'll have.
She joined after. We read her question.
Oh, we already did your question, so you'll have to watch it again. We did your question first. Sorry, but thank you for writing in. Okay, so maybe we'll have Lori talk to the LA TV producer.
I was just thinking that.
Oh my God. Okay, so Deandra and Jeremy are going to do it. Would you like to talk to, and you won't have to go to LA, it's only Skype. So just think about if you would like, because we love you, to talk to an LA big time, for real, TV producer. And I really like this company. Like, this is, and you know, I don't like a lot of things like that. I don't, because we're so busy. I'm very, very, very particular, but this one's amazing. So just think about that. Okay, so which question were we up to? Right?
Because the last one, that's what we have time for. Just kidding.
What?
Great, last question.
It is the last question. You're right. Because we're so busy. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's long.
Oh wait, no. The city office. So we've
Blame
always
me for calling it short.
had. What'd you say, Stacey?
I said our Facebook followers just blame me for cutting it short. That's on you.
Well, because with the pandemic, just like many companies, we had doubled the amount of people, and you know, not we're on half. We're doing everything with half of us, but that's okay. we're the ones that you have to just love what you do so much. And we're a family business. So for us, of course, we would rather work, 7 days a week around the clock. It's a no brainer. So it is what it is. So, wait, hold on 1 second. Oh, hey, Maureen. How are you? Okay. So everyone seems to be tuning in now at the end, but it's the second to the last question. So we've always had the New York City office, but recently the city has been growing and growing and growing because of the pandemic. Everyone's doing the virtual dating, the interviews virtually. They can FaceTime. They don't have to go all the way into the city office. I don't, or Ruth didn't have to go into the city office. So it's we're just now, because of all of the city people, that the demand, I'm sorry, the demand has tripled for Manhattan. So because of that, and Ryan, keep me on schedule too for the next call, please. Um, so because of that, we are doing a grand reopening of, no, we didn't get a chance to put it on the calendar, remember? I never heard of the magazine before, but it's a all natural magazine on Long Island. So, um, and it's talking about ladies who like men, dad bods. So let's take a survey here. So when I talk to this magazine later, I'll have even more information. So, how many of you here, and just reply back, ladies, either yes or no, if you like the man bods. Now, Maureen, I already know you don't, so you don't have to answer. But that's what I'll be discussing with the magazine later today. Okay. So we're doing the grand reopening in the city because of how many people in the city are interested in MTN matchmaking, as well as Long Island people too. But and everyone is getting a special gift, of course, that if they're calling for the Manhattan peeps. And we're giving everyone who is Manhattan and wanting to be Long Island too, and Long Island that wants to have Manhattan also, rather than charging people like other companies do, we're giving you free access to both.
Lapinto Stacy.
This is, how many times has this happened? Right. Okay. All right, this is the last question.
Is long hair on a man a turn off? By long hair, I mean really.
Okay. Okay. Did you hear this, Stacy?
No, I did not.
Okay. Is long hair a turn off on a man? Okay, so Stacy, I love when Stacy and I both, because everyone knows Stacy is good cop, and I have to be bad cop. It's not fair. But all my clients know, even though I have to be bad cop, that I always want the best for everyone. And inevitably, it's always for the greater good. And they will see, even though I have to be tough sometimes, it's always going to make them successful. But we're a good cop, bad cop. Now, what is your answer, though, to this? And don't forget to answer, everyone, for my interview with the magazine today. Who likes man bods? Yes or no?
Man bod with long hair.
Oh, no. Two separate things.
I'm so confused. Man bun, like a bun with long hair. So confused.
Oh, my God. I'm so funny. This is so funny. Funny. Wait.
What was the question you asked about the long hair on a man?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hi. All right, let me just see. All right, so yeah, I was just reminding everyone to please AARP. Okay, 2 emails in a row when I've asked you a million times, take me off your fucking list because I'm too young. 40s, you should not be getting AARP emails. I don't care that my father prepaid for 10 years in advance because my father was like the best, one of the best prices in the world. So he prepaid everything 10 years in advance and put my name on everything. You should see the things that I get that are in my dad's name, and I get crazy. But I don't want AARP things. We'll just leave it at that rant. Okay. So again, I don't see any answers, ladies. Do you like man bods? That's just for a magazine that I'm talking to at 4 o'clock. Okay. Now, the last question someone wrote in is, what's our feeling on men that have very long hair? Now, Maureen, my friend, you know there's a guy that you worked with that he, I think, has long hair. To me, I called him hot, his first name. I could have just called him by his first name, but I just called him, all right, Hot Danny. His name is Hot Danny because his hair is long. Um, so I think, let's see, how do I answer this? Well, you answer it first, Stacy.
Okay. For me, I mean, again, obviously, being a certified dating coach, I have to say it's the person themselves, and there's so much more that goes into it. But if I'm going to answer the question just directly and say either a yes or a no to long hair, with no exceptions, I guess, for me, it would have to be a no.
Okay. And for me,
So you're talking to me, and I'm married to a guy who's bald. I like the bald look, so that's my. Everyone has their own thing, but I would prefer bald over very long hair. There you have
yeah,
it.
our husband's bald. All right, let's see. With my 5 boyfriends, how many of? Sorry. Was that out loud? Okay. Let me just count. No, kidding. Or am I? And Ryan, you're doing a tally of people answering about the man bods? Okay. So I would say as Long Island's #1, because we win every year, professional private upscale matchmaker, I would say men that have short hair do better. Okay. But look, Maureen will tell you there is a guy that I love her. She calls him Muscle Danny. Okay, and yes, I know you don't like the long hair either. And I know you don't like that. Dad bods, yes. Ace is just telling everyone what it is. What do you mean? Asa, thank you. Asa is explaining to, okay, to Laurie. Well, it's kind of like they have a little bit of a beer belly. They're not the type of guys that go to the gym 5 days a week and have a 6 pack. They're realistic, you know, kind of like um, realistic women that do not they don't have the time to go to the gym, say pre-pandemic, because they're so busy, but yet they try to eat right. They try to keep themselves in decent shape, but they're not overweight, but um, they're not a size 2. Okay, so that's the equivalent. Now the guy part is, again, he's not a gym rat. He's not all muscles. He's a dad. he's out there playing catch with his kids. So he's athletic enough to play catch with his kids. But again, he's maybe got a little bit of extra weight on him. You know, many of us do. I know I do. Um, so it's just the hot new thing now. So that's what I'll be talking about. It's many women are not coming in or not. God, I gotta get. Many women are not saying, okay, I want a guy that is a gym fanatic. They're saying, I want dad bods. So the first time I heard it, I had to say, Ryan, what does that mean? Let's see what Laurie says.
Put me on that list of not knowing what it meant.
Right, right.
I thought you said man bun. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yes, Laurie. Yes, exactly. Okay, so
Finding out.
so
Just kidding.
so I would say for a relationship, a man, if you're going to marry him, yeah, and you're younger and it's your first marriage, I would say, and you're maybe have a corporate job, no long hair. Now look, my son Brendan, oh my God, Brendan's hair, right? My son, he's got a great job in sales, but now with the pandemic, he has to work from home. He has crazy hair now. Like the sides are what, twos or whatever and short, but the top is all curly and crazy, crazy hair. And I said, what's that look? And he's like, oh, I like it. It's long and crazy. So, it's just a phase he's going through, whatever. So, I would have to say no to long hair unless you're going for that. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm looking to look sexy and, you know, to have sexy relationships, maybe. God, that's so stereotypical. Yikes. But you know me, say what I think. So, okay, everybody, enjoy this beautiful Friday, Facebook Live Friday. You know, we love you all. We have oh my God, there are, for real, 100, 100 more matches that we can and should and want to still send out. So that means there's still people that didn't get back to us from the ones that we got to send out. And that means there are still people that we just have to call and say, okay, can we give out your number? And that's only because of how many people have called in because of all the recent positive press, which, again, thank God in heaven, we are so blessed by God. I thank every single day for how fortunate we are, right, Stacey? That during a pandemic, we are able to help so many people fall in love. Let's just leave it like this because seriously, if Stacey calls back again on this phone, I'm going to throw it across my backyard. I'm really not, but she keeps getting knocked off. So if she calls back, I'm going to throw it. Really, I'm going to throw it. Okay, so really, everyone have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you Monday because remember, we don't want anyone to be lonely during this pandemic. I know we're in stage 2. We're starting stage 2. Oh, I can get my hair done because remember, I chopped it all off. So I have to get my hair done. And there she is, texting. Can't read it now. Roy, how much more time, just out of curiosity, before that next call?
15 minutes.
Okay. So, everyone, be very safe. I am praying for all of my clients, as I always do during this period of unrest and uncertainty and sadness. And just know if you are single, we at MTN Matchmaking are doing everything we can to help our clients because we love all of them. And there is a way to find love safely, and that's us. There is a way that you can be compatible, and then you just have to see if you have chemistry. That is through us. And there's no ego with saying that because, with the pandemic, half of our peeps, they offered.
Pimento Stacy.
Here, Ryan, catch! Ryan got so scared. You should have seen Ryan's face. He really thought. Yet, let me just say, he has thrown things at me. You're on speaker. We're still on. He has thrown things at me like, "Hey Ryan, can I have the channel changer?" Throw it from. We have 3 rooms open. Throw it from 1 to 3rd room. Ryan, can I have the scissor? Scissor. He threw. You crazy? So I was pretending to throw the phone, and Ryan almost had a heart attack. Okay, so you want to say goodbye? I just said goodbye to everybody. So your turn. Stacy.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend.
Okay, Ryan, say goodbye.
Bye.
Could you say it with a little bit more love?
Bye.
That's my boy. Okay, everybody. Again, be safe, be well. We love you. And have a great weekend.